Yeah.
Whoa.
60% of the time, it works every time.
That escalated quickly.
Are you ready? It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here. You can take a break.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Gooney in the Morning on KVST AM and FM. It's Tuesday, July 1st already, 7:19 here at the KVS Studios. Heather's in the house.
I sure am. Hey, guys.
Jamming out over here. We got Charles with us this morning.
What's going on?
It's going.
It is. It's early.
It's Tuesday.
It's one more day closer till not working on Friday.
Yeah, you got those Monday morning blues out of the way.
It's the only time of year I'm actually jealous of my daughter. She gets to sleep till about 10 o'clock.
Oh, that must be nice.
And then she tells me yesterday, I'm bored. I'm tired. I'm going to bed. I was like,
hey, that's what I did summer vacation when I was her age. I slept and slept and slept.
Take advantage.
But that's what you do when you're a teenager. She's 8.
Yeah.
She's just one step ahead of the game.
Ahead of her time.
Yep.
Yeah. Wow. Hey, some parents will be proud of that. She's advanced.
Yeah, no. I don't think any parent wants to bring on that teenage years. See, she's 8. Figure we got about 4 years till she's 12, so we're just blocking off anything past 12. We're just not even looking at that. Nope, not at all.
That's what you're gonna have to do. You're gonna have to.
What's that strange music?
That means normally that's our lunch music. That's what I'm so
We've got to figure.
about.
I know.
That is why I got hungry instantly.
Yeah.
Like you started playing it, and I'm thinking
My stomach just hurts.
pancakes, hash browns.
Yeah. Oh man.
We should make a new thing to where it's lunch with Alex, and we have to name off what he's gonna have for lunch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let him do it.
Yeah.
Might as well.
So no school lunches.
No school lunches.
School is actually over with.
Yeah. It's
Like
out.
officially.
Summer school's over.
Yeah.
Man. And there's no birthdays on the Facebook page today.
We have no birthdays.
No birthdays.
I don't even have any friends that have any birthdays.
Me neither.
today.
I looked on my Facebook too, and
I got a lot coming up, but July 1st just.
I thought you were just listing off problems. I thought I got no birthdays on the Facebook page, and I got no friends. But then you continued. I was like, so you're just laying all your problems out there for us.
I'll try not to make it sound so depressing.
But hey, they can still put their birthdays up.
Yeah.
And if it's your birthday today, happy birthday.
Yeah. Or if it's your anniversary, happy birthday-versary.
hey, today's Canada Day.
Happy birthday.
I
Canada.
saw that.
It says in my calendar.
I saw that.
Canada Day.
Wow.
I have a friend from Canada, and she posted that it was Canada Day, and I'm like, so what? It's Canada.
Yeah.
Hey.
Friend from. Friend from Canada.
Well, she doesn't live in Canada anymore. It can't be that great, right?
Does she know Justin Bieber?
I was gonna ask if it was Justin Bieber because he said she.
Who's the sweetheart today, Heather?
Justin Bieber.
For all you believers out there.
That's right.
No way. Our sweetheart for the day is Miss Christine Kramer.
Well, congratulations to Miss Christine. She's going to be receiving a beautiful rose and a bud vase from the fine folks down there at Faye's Flowers. Come see Christine today. Be sure to thank her for everything she does. Congratulate her on getting the sweetheart of the day and give her $1.
And hey, if you know somebody who's a sweetheart, call Heather up and nominate somebody. And there's an even easier way. You don't even have to talk to Heather. And Heather's nice. She's a nice person to talk to. But you don't even have to talk to her. You can go to kvsmedia.com or even kbst.com. It goes to the same website.
Yeah.
And you can just fill out the form there, and Heather will get it, and she'll hook you up.
So it's still kind of like talking to me because I get the emails.
But they don't talk to you, though. They don't get to hear the voice.
You know what? I'm just going to call every single person that nominates for Sweetheart. Just be like, hey, this is Heather, and I just felt like talking to you.
Well, now you're going to get a whole lot more now because people are going to say, well, Heather's going to call me.
Be sure to put your phone number in there.
Just going to do that.
I will.
The fun thing about that is Heather gets to play with a calendar every time a sweetheart's nominated.
I do.
So it takes like 6 hours to put that thing in.
I know.
Every time.
But she does such a great job.
She does.
But seriously, I mean, if you know somebody who's deserving of Sweetheart of the Day, I mean, that's the easiest thing to do is to go online, fill out the form, or you can just give Heather a call at the office, and she'll get you hooked up. I mean, you got some spots left for this month, right?
I got like 3 weeks left for this month.
3 weeks.
So,
Let's fill them up.
I always go 2 weeks ahead of time. So I'll have next week done.
If I could just start listing them off, but I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
I'm not going to ruin the surprises. They have to wait. They have to listen to this segment.
See, for me, that's like an easy birthday gift right there for free. That you don't have to
just
pay
nominating somebody for sweetheart.
Yeah.
Just be like, oh yeah, happy birthday. They said your name on the radio, and you got a flower that I didn't have to pay for.
And you know what?
Exactly.
This
and you might have got $1.
This has been one of my secrets that's always worked. You know how people give you advice that just never works and you never take it? Well, one day whenever I was first started dating, they said, if you ever send flowers to your girlfriend, always send flowers to your girlfriend at work.
Right.
Or it just doesn't count because she can't show them off. It just, flowers at home is like 1 point, flowers at work are like 100 points.
Oh yeah.
And so the sweetheart of the day is even better because you get your name said on the radio, and the flower goes to your place of business wherever you're working. They'll deliver the flower over there. Yeah. And so everybody knows it's like this huge deal that everybody makes. So that's like 1,000 points.
That's a lot of points right there.
Well, see, like my first day here, I was sweetheart.
Yeah.
Y'all all nominated me for sweetheart. That was really awesome.
I'm going to take all the credit for that.
Really?
It wasn't me at all, but I'm going to take the credit. I'm good at that.
It's okay because you got me flowers for my birthday.
See? There we go. So I can still credit.
Okay.
You can get me flowers for my birthday, Gooney.
You're a dude.
What? I can't like flowers? No. Flowers are pretty and they smell good.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
It's a little bit off-putting.
What's wrong with guys liking flowers?
Yeah.
I'm gonna get you flowers for your birthday.
You know what? I'm gonna thank you for that.
When's your birthday?
September 19th. Do not write me down for sweetheart of the day.
Do not put that down.
Watch this.
September. I think that's a day after my grandmother's birthday.
Okay. I won't even
September
have
18th.
it.
See, I'm not allowed anyway. They do not allow guys on sweetheart of the day.
September?
So just September. September 19th, guys aren't allowed. No, guys aren't
Just
allowed.
on that day.
But I do have a birthday that was just delivered in. It was
nice.
called in. Rachel Dalton celebrating a birthday. So happy birthday, Rachel.
Happy birthday, Rachel. Ow. That's exciting.
Anybody else? I mean, hey, you know what? We don't have any on Facebook. All we have is Rachel's. We'll keep celebrating Rachel's birthday, but you know what? We'll open up the request lines, 263-KBST. And if you have a birthday, Gooney will answer the phone, and we'll say happy birthday.
Yeah, call us
It's
up.
Charles's
We'll tell you
B-Day,
happy
not
birthday.
sweetheart.
Okay, there we go. That'll work. So Heather's getting flowers. We have that recorded.
That's right. Yeah, she's getting them.
I am.
I wonder, I mean, nobody's ever gotten me flowers. I can honestly
really?
say that nobody's ever just said, hey, here's some flowers. And I probably wouldn't know what to do with them because whenever I buy flowers, I'm just like, yeah, they're flowers. I mean, and especially, I mean, how much flowers cost. I mean, if you've ever purchased flowers, like you go in there and I mean, you can purchase the single long stem, which is a classy way to go, or you can purchase like half a dozen. And I always feel bad if I look at the half a dozen option because it's not a dozen. Then when you go to a dozen, they try to upsell you to like 2 and 3 dozen, and it's like, I got to finance that because I'm in radio.
I got to finance that.
I was just gonna go to a field and find some flowers.
Well, I like how you use the single flower. I guess the word you used was classy instead of cheap.
It's a classy move to pull off that long stem rose. Like you can't get the short one. You can't. I mean, you could, but the girls are in the know. The guys aren't in the know, but the girls are in the know. So they know if you got that short one, that you pay like $2 or $3 for it.
Right.
You got to get the long stem, the classy one, and you got to roll with that.
Stay classy.
Dating tips from Charles Sagona.
That's right.
Listen to Texas Country Afternoons this afternoon for more dating tips.
Way to put your own plug in.
Just gonna keep it going there, man. So buy some flowers. That's what the.
Right.
You want to know the worst part about this entire segment? My wife is probably listening, and she's thinking now, where's my flowers?
Yeah, that's exactly what
she's going to be expecting them. Amy, I got you.
Where are they at?
I got you.
They're so awesome.
No, let me ask you this, Heather. This is just to get the female perspective. What are roses just too cliche? I mean, they're nice every now and then, but you go to the websites of these flower places, and you can go to Phase Flowers. Phase Flowers has all kinds of stuff on their website,
right?
And it's like they have everything, and they have flowers that I've never seen before. And so, what do you prefer for like birthdays and stuff? is it roses or just, do you have a favorite?
Well, see, my favorite flower is the sunflower, and Gooney actually remembered and got me the flowers for my birthday.
Because I'm awesome.
But I mean,
I know a place where you could pick sunflowers out here in Big Spring.
Where?
I'm going to keep it secret so you don't pick them.
I spend a lot of money on them.
No, over by the AM transmitter site, there's a ton of sunflowers over there.
Will you take me one day?
I sure will.
Awesome.
You're going to have to go check that out.
But like you said, roses to me are kind of cliche. But I mean, there's the thought is nice.
Right.
That's what I take into consideration, is the thought that you put into it, not what you actually. I mean, it does play a factor.
But when someone's as awesome as me and gets you what you love, then it's way better.
It is way better if they actually take that consideration to remember what you like and what you would rather have instead of roses or anything like that.
Exactly. That's what I like to hear. Hey, we got the numbers game coming up for some free food from Brenda's Hilltop Cafe. We got TSN coming up on KVST.
This is Morning News Break from the Texas State Network. I'm Mitch Carr, and coming up, Mike Rogers will check the other side of the news.
It's a brand new kind of flour for baking, and you won't believe the main ingredients.
It's a really pleasant taste. It's sort of a nutty, earthy flavor.
I'm Mike Rogers, and we'll have more coming up on the other side of the news.
The top story this morning, President Obama not laying out exactly what he wants to do on immigration reform, but admitting the Senate bill is officially dead in the House. Immigration activists in Texas have ideas.
Jaime Martinez of the Cesar Chavez Legacy Foundation says it's time for the president to end all deportations and allow all undocumented immigrants who don't have a criminal record some sort of legal status.
They've been devastated, torn apart, children separated from families. It's a human rights violation.
Martinez says the president has the authority to simply tell Homeland Security not to deport any undocumented immigrant who doesn't have a criminal record. Congress doesn't need to sign off on it. In San Antonio, Jim Forsyth, TSN News.
Mike McCall of Texas chairs the House Homeland Security Committee, and he plans to use a field hearing in McAllen this week to press the administration to do more to deport illegal immigrants.
What the administration could do tomorrow is those that are 14 and older could be under mandatory detention and removal, and they're not doing that.
And he says most of the immigrants are over 14 years of age. The reason he says they're being released is that Homeland Security says it doesn't have room to detain them. The attempt by California State Senator Ted Gaines to get Texas business to move to his state won't get far, according to Texas Association of Business President Bill Hammond. Hammond says the Lone Star State has more to offer.
Texas is a bastion of free enterprise. We honor entrepreneurs in Texas, and in California they tax and regulate them to death.
A UT Austin student charged with aiding terrorists has once again waived his rights to a hearing as his case is pending. Rahatul Khan of Round Rock has been scheduled to appear in court. He was charged with providing material support to terrorists, facing up to 15 years in prison. Investigators say he was recruiting jihadi fighters through an online chat room. Khan was one of two men making headlines this month after being charged. Michael Wolf pleaded guilty last week, admitting he had planned to join an Al-Qaeda offshoot in Syria. And a federal appeals court says a Mexican teenager shot and killed by a Border Patrol agent was protected by the U.S. Constitution, even though he was on Mexican soil. The Fifth Circuit Court of ruling means the family of the 15-year-old can move ahead with a civil lawsuit against the Border Patrol agent. Still to come, a ruling on fracking in New York that could affect Texas. Details ahead on TSN Morning News Break. Now this.
Has this happened to you? You take a prescription to the pharmacy inside the big supercenter, and after waiting in line for 30 minutes, the guy tells you it'll be ready in an hour. So you come back and you wait in line again for what seems like an eternity till it's finally your turn. Yay! Except your prescription still isn't ready. Oh! Well, stop waiting in line. Leonard's will deliver to you for free. And insured prescriptions are the same low price at Leonard's as they are at the supercenter. Leonard's, same low prices, but with free delivery. Leonard's Pharmacy is just better.
The majority of our planet, 71%, is comprised of water. Taking into consideration man automatically adapts to environmental conditions, why is it that I need to take swimming lessons?
Are you ready for kids who eat healthy? Good nutrition can lead to great things. To find out how a healthy lifestyle can help your child succeed, go to mypyramid.gov. A public service announcement brought to you by the Ad Council and USDA.
Welcome back to Morning News Break. The New York State Supreme Court has ruled that cities and towns in that state have the right to ban hydraulic fracturing. The decision has implications for fracking operations in Texas and several other states. The state of New York has its own ban in place, but the court ruling means that even if the state rule were to change, cities would have the right to prohibit fracking. In Denton County, drilling opponents in Denton have pushed for a ban. Their petition is now before the City Council of Denton and could go to a vote in November if there is no city action before then. Supporters of the New York ordinances say the ruling sends a firm message to the oil and gas industry. More than 160 babies in Texas have died just in this fiscal year while sleeping with an adult or an older child. The Texas Department of Family and Protective Services says it's happening far too often and is devastating.
Most of the deaths are 1 year or younger, so you're talking about parents who are already a bit sleep deprived. So parents are sleeping hard, and when they do sleep, they're sleeping soundly, and so that's where the danger lies.
Julie Moody says in Travis County, for example, they've had 11 deaths this year alone, and she points to the ABCs that say that babies should sleep alone on their backs and in a crib that's cool. And with the high cost of an education, there's never been a better time for college kids to become financially literate. UTSA's new money program called Rowdy Sense is helping kids learn how to manage their money. Erica Cox says the lessons can last well into life.
It's really about allocating their resources. We've done a class on credit basics. We're doing one this fall called the Loan Lowdown. So really about borrowing smart.
And she says they don't want students to forget that a loan and credit means you have to pay the money back. The spread of zebra mussels in Texas lakes and rivers causing new regulations to take effect today, affecting all fishermen and boaters. Beginning today, boaters must drain all water from their craft and onboard receptacles before leaving or approaching a body of fresh water, lake or river, anywhere in Texas. State Agriculture Commissioner Todd Staples says the zebra mussels are very destructive.
These aquatic hitchhikers can reduce game fish populations, they can ruin boat engines, they can make waterways unusable and reduce native species populations.
And he says boaters can inadvertently spread the zebra mussels if they don't follow the rules, which affect all watercraft, motorized or otherwise. The first anthrax case in Texas this year has been confirmed.
It is a goat in Kinney County, 4 miles north of Bracketville. The Texas Animal Health Commission has quarantined the premises. Anthrax is a naturally occurring organism with worldwide distribution, including certain parts of Texas. It's not uncommon for anthrax to be diagnosed in livestock or wildlife in the southwestern part of the state. Tony Purcell, TSN News.
Texas has been cleared in the deaths of nearly 24 whooping cranes, with a federal appeals court saying the state could not have known that its water management practices would kill the endangered birds. It involves the death of the birds in 2008 and 2009. The Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals in New Orleans ruling that the Texas Commission on Environmental Quality could not have known that by issuing permits to draw water during a drought, that the San Antonio and Aransas bays would become saltier, which ended up harming the crane's key food supply. Well, they kicked off 2014 by matching all the numbers, but somebody never showed up to collect.
The ticket for the New Year's Day drawing was sold at a convenience store in League City near Houston. Lottery officials waited and waited, and the ticket holder was nowhere to be found. Even widespread publicity in the final days before the deadline didn't help. And now that time has run out, the $12 million goes back to the state. We likely will never know where that ticket ended up. According to the Lottery Commission, more than $837 million in prize money has gone unclaimed since 1995. Chris Summer, TSN News.
The Texas Republican Party Convention's platform recently passed includes an endorsement of a therapeutic technique supporters claim can help gays and lesbians go straight. California bans reparative therapy, and now the Supreme Court of the United States has upheld that law. The High Court turned aside a legal challenge by supporters of conversion therapy. They had lost an appeal at the circuit court level last year. Still to come, a look at the other side of the news with Mike Rogers and sports with Chris Schneider as Morning News Break continues. Now this.
Westex Auto Parts on the Schneider Highway in Big Spring loves auto parts. The place is full of them, so many it's nearly impossible to count. And new ones are arriving every day. Westex knows where the parts are, and if you need one that's unique and hard to find, Westex can probably find it for you through its nationwide communication system with parts dealers all across the country. Westex, the folks in the know when it comes to auto parts. Schneider Highway, Big Spring.
Donna and Daryl Rich of Westbrook and the Charles Parrish family of Coahoma invite you and your family to enjoy the festivities of the annual Pops in the Park concert and fireworks display to be held on Thursday night, July 3rd at the Big Spring Amphitheater. Donna and Daryl Rich and the Charles Parrish family hope that you will take a moment this 4th of July to reflect on the sacrifices of the men and women who died for our independence. Be safe and happy holiday.
And now TSN's Mike Rogers on Morning News Break with the other side of the news.
We told you yesterday about the woman in Tennessee who likes to eat cicadas, which is admittedly one of those acquired tastes that most of us will never acquire. And now, how about crickets? Dried out and ground into a very fine powder.
Pure cricket powder is, it sort of looks like cinnamon.
That's Megan Miller with San Francisco-based Bitty Foods, which has actually found a use for this substance.
We take that cricket flour and we actually have turned it into a proprietary baking flour.
That can be used to bake, well, any recipe that calls for flour, basically.
It looks more like a whole wheat flour. It's sort of white with little flecks of brown in it. Me and the crickets sing all night long. So instead of making, cookies or pancakes or muffins that are just carbohydrate loaded, you get a really good dose of protein at the same time.
As to her suppliers?
There are actually a number of cricket farmers in the U.S., believe it or not.
I wonder if PETA knows about this.
Like if you have a pet gecko or something, you may have purchased crickets at some time.
All right, so the things that you make with this flour, what do they taste like?
It's a really pleasant taste. It's sort of a nutty, earthy flavor.
Incapacitating. But even if you don't like the taste and don't care about the nutritional value,
the reason for eating crickets is not just that they are high in protein, but it's also that it's an extremely sustainable protein.
That's right, it's much easier on the earth. A green food that happens to be brown. But Megan knows that even that won't be enough to convince some people. But
that's okay. Everybody doesn't have to eat crickets right now, but if you give it a try, you might actually like it.
And I'm Mike Rogers with the other side of the news on TSN.
And now Chris Schneider takes a look at sports.
Thank you, Mitch. Good morning. Baseball last night saw both the Rangers and the Astros come up short. Rangers losing Baltimore 7-1. Joe Saunders falls to 0-5 as the Ranger pitchers giving up 4 homers to the O's. Astros jumped out to a quick lead but end up losing to Seattle 10-4. The Mariners with a season high 4 home runs as well. The Astros say they were the victims of hackers who accessed their servers and then published months of internal trade talks out on the internet. As for basketball, NBA free agency is here. The Mavericks and the Rockets, they've got their eyes on one guy, Carmelo Anthony in particular. Both teams expected to meet with Melo tomorrow. As for the World Cup, 6 of the 8 quarterfinal teams have advanced already. The final 2 will move on today. The U.S. looking to join the quarterfinal group with an upset win over Belgium this afternoon. Chris Schneider, TSN Sports.
And recapping our top story, immigration is the topic. The president laying out what he wants to do on immigration reform. House panels ready to hold hearings in McAllen. With Morning News Break, I'm Mitch Carr. TSN.
Officers and staff of the State National Bank express appreciation to all those customers and friends who attended the bank's ribbon cutting and open house last month. If you haven't been in to see the remodeling, you're invited to do so. The changes are making banking more convenient and provide a warm atmosphere. Come see us. We've been helping customers get to a rewarding future since 1909. State National Bank. People you know. Tradition you trust. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Bad Boys Fireworks is open for business. Bad Boys Fireworks has some of the biggest, baddest fireworks in the industry. What makes Bad Boys better?
The items that we carry. We want to give explosive savings back to the public. So if you come to Bad Boys Fireworks, you're going to leave there not with a handful, but with a sack full.
You got that right. This year, Bad Boys is giving everyone the chance to enjoy the 500-gram cakes. Buy one, get one free.
It's what they call the Supermax, the heavyweights, the multi-shots.
That's right. The heavyweights are buy one, get one free.
Whenever you light one of these 500-gram cakes, what you'll see is colored palms with blue and red tips. And then at the end, it'll have crescents with crackle.
If you've never had a 500-gram cake, now's your chance. The heavyweights are buy one, get one free at Bad Boys Fireworks, now open on the North Service Road just a half-mile east of the refinery. You'll get the most bang for your buck at Bad Boys Fireworks.
It's the green time of year when trees display their new leaves and fresh grass decorates the yard. This is the active season when you do summer things. Go to a baseball game, go swimming, catch a fish, take a fun trip to Six Flags, or just relax with friends on the patio. You're going to be doing some extra driving and you want your car or pickup to be ready to go when you are. If you need a part, call Westex at 263-5000. The folks in the know when it comes to parts for late model pickups. Snyder Highway, Big Spring.
Established almost 80 years ago, the Parks Agency is one of the oldest privately held insurance firms in the state of Texas. Hi, I'm Mike Richardson. Having lived in Big Spring all my life, Big Spring is my hometown. I encourage the growth we are seeing, but I also want to keep things local. We represent a variety of different insurance companies so we can compare coverage and price to give you, the customer, the absolute best possible value. So instead of being tied down to only one insurance company, come by 900 Main and let us show you the difference of going with an experienced local independent agent.
Sherry Key and her agents at United Country Heart of the City Realtors would like to invite you and your family to attend this year's Pops in the Park concert and fireworks display to be held on Thursday evening, July 3rd at the Big Spring Amphitheater. Sherry and her agents remind you to be extremely safe when shooting off fireworks. Never give fireworks to small children. Fireworks are prohibited in the city limits of Big Spring. United Country Heart of the City Realtors wish you a safe and happy holiday.
Hold it. Stand by. I have an unknown contact.
Are you ready?
All right, now I want you boys to scream real loud.
Get it on! You've activated the launch sequence now.
Yeah, you like that, don't you?
I love that show. Me too. I want it to be on again right now.
I love you guys. You are hilarious.
Happy Tuesday, everybody.
What did you just say?
What, don't you hear good?
I thought today was Tuesday. It's Tuesday.
What time is it? It's showtime.
Welcome back to Gooney in the Morning on KVST AM and FM. It's Tuesday, July 1st.
Tuesday.
Already July. We got Charleston going in the house.
Good morning.
Heather's in the house.
Hey, guys.
Gooney's here, too.
Hey, Gooney.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Yeah, it's like they already know.
I know. They know what's coming. Every time.
I love
Every
it.
time, 7:45.
But that's not fair. Don't get a jump. Don't get a jump.
You don't
be,
need to.
Don't be that person.
Don't be the eager beaver of the morning.
Yeah, right? No, yeah, it's time to play the numbers game for some free food. Free food to Brenda's Hilltop Cafe. Now, I do want to remind everybody that Brenda's will be closed Thursday and Friday of this week because of the holiday.
Merry's
July
birthday
4th weekend. So you want to get down there today, tomorrow.
What are they having today?
One of those days. Today is chicken strip day.
I knew it was chicken.
From 11 to 3. And then tonight, it's all-you-can-eat pork ribs for $10.95 from 4 to 8.
That's what I'm talking about.
Hey, Gooney, you want to buy me lunch today?
I am broke, but maybe we can make someone a lucky winner, and they'll take you because it's a free meal for 2.
Hey, y'all hear that?
Down there, Brendan.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's get this number game rolling right now. Heather, you got your number picked out?
Yes. I was almost going to say my number.
That would have been bad. Let's say the range. Let's do that one.
My range is 17 to 28.
263 KBST 263-5278. Give us a call. 17 to 28. Now that's a little bit of a shorter of a range than we've been doing lately.
It is.
I know we had Derek in here last week. He did a range of like 40 numbers.
What are the odds that somebody hits this the first time? Has it happened?
It's happened like 5 or 6
6 times,
at
yeah.
least. Like the first 5 or 6 times she played the numbers game, just bam.
Every single time.
Now, do you have a favorite range, or do you mix it up every now
I
and then?
mix it up every now and then.
It's mixed up pretty good.
Yeah.
I would say. I'd say it was mixed up.
Up.
There we go. We have the first caller. Let's see if they can nail it on the first time. Hi, you're on Gooney in the morning. What's your guess?
22.
Yeah! Nailed it!
Got it. You got it. Who are we talking to this morning?
This is Rhonda Leal.
Rhonda Leal. You did. First time.
Talk about magic.
I'm telling you, that is amazing. What are you doing this morning, Rhonda?
Well, we're on our way to eat breakfast.
Oh, wow. So you're on your way.
Being a bum.
You were already hungry, huh?
Oh, yes, yes.
And now you're going to get some breakfast in your tummy, and then you're going to get some free Brenda's as well. How about that?
That sounds awesome.
Y'all eat down at Brenda's often, Rhonda?
Pretty often, yes.
Well, there you go. Now you get to do it for free. Heather said she's hungry, too, by the way. She'd be willing to go with you.
Well, okay.
There you go. You're invited, Heather.
No, you don't have to bring Heather. No.
Is it Dutch treat?
Yeah, she'll pay for herself. That's awesome, Rhonda. You know where the KBS studio is located here on Johnson Street?
I sure do.
That's amazing. You can just come by between Monday and Friday at between 9 and 5 and pick you up that certificate down to Brenda's Hilltop Cafe.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It's a good day.
That's
Thank
right.
you.
Thanks for listening. Have a fantastic day, Rhonda.
Okay, bye-bye.
See, Charles?
You just had to say something.
See?
I mentioned it, and it just happened.
It happens, dude. It happens.
And I can tell you, this type of stuff isn't set up. You can see on the video camera.
Yeah, we have it.
It's set up, and it was ready to roll.
I
And
wrote it on a Post-it note.
Yeah, it's on the Post-it.
22.
That is crazy. Yeah, go check out the live video feed. Just go to our website, kbsmedia.com. There's some really cool stuff on the website. Click on the YouTube tab, and that'll take you straight to our page. You can watch the video live while we're on the air, or, hey, if you don't have time to watch it then, you can always go back later on in the day and watch it. That's what's pretty cool.
And we have a whole lot of cool stuff coming up. We have Pops in the Park coming up in just 2 more days.
I know. I'm so excited about that. I'm getting to the MC of the Pops in the Park this year, which is fantastic. I'm so honored to be asked to do that. And, of course, the whole KBS crew will be out there broadcasting live.
We will.
That's from 6 to 11 we'll be broadcasting out there.
You know what? We're gonna approach this thing. We're gonna do it like a football game. We're gonna make it big. It's gonna be a huge event, and we're gonna broadcast it. We're gonna start our broadcast about 6 o'clock, and we're gonna come on and we're gonna tell you about what's going on over there. And just before 8 o'clock, when the performances start and everything, we're gonna bring you live, and we're gonna stay live for the entire event.
Oh, wow, that's going to be awesome. And we'll be carrying this on all 3 of our stations.
All 3 stations. It's going to be on KBS 95.7, 94.3 The Fuse, and also on the mighty 1490.
The mighty 1490.
Yeah.
I always get excited on that one.
I mean, we're
cool,
going to
man.
do it up big time.
You should.
And have you seen the shirts? The shirts are awesome.
Yes, the shirts came in. We're excited about that.
Have you seen them, though?
Yes, I walked back there.
The shirts are heather red.
They are. They're beautiful.
Well,
they're amazing.
I've never even knew that there was a heather red. But
there's a heather any color. It's the gray fibers that they put in the color that make it heather red.
See, I've only known about heather gray. Like, it was just heather, like the old sweatshirts.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's where the heather comes from.
Yes.
The grayness. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that'll be a lot of fun. Of course, fantastic. Or the Pops in the Park. It's probably one of the biggest community events in Big Spring where most people gather at one point there at the amphitheater, and it's going to be just tons of fun. Great fireworks. And speaking of fireworks, they'll have from Bad Boy Fireworks, Ronnie McKerney are going to be on community calendar with Tom later, talking about the fireworks show and all that stuff later. So that's going to be a lot of fun. But yeah, you'll want to listen in to the live broadcast. Also on Thursday, we'll be broadcasting live or on Wednesday rather, down at Back in Motion for their annual blood drive that they do.
Yeah, that's a really big thing. People line up for those T-shirts, so get down to Back in Motion early for those.
That's right, because especially if you want to get your size, if you want to get your be specific and be picky on what size you get shirt, be there early. We'll be broadcasting there from 11 to 1, and that will be, I think that one's on both FM stations.
And you want to know what? It's not just the T-shirt. People in the know that those T-shirts are stuffed with some prizes, some randomness.
Usually some coolness in there.
Yeah, definitely lots of coolness, and people go for that.
Oh yeah. What? Jinx, you owe me a Coke.
Peach Poke, you owe me a Coke.
Wow.
Can only mean it's getting toward the end of the show.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. What was your favorite part of today's show, Charles?
My favorite part of the show was waking up and just getting to see how you guys roll.
Yeah. You saw it. Were you surprised?
Not at all. And now I'm ready to go to bed.
I don't blame you. Heather, what was your favorite part of today's show?
It's Tuesday. Numbers game.
Numbers game. Okay. Well, you didn't do that last time we played numbers game, so I wasn't sure.
Well, because it was a special
Ramon
occasion, yeah.
on that one?
Yeah.
I think.
I have another favorite part.
What's that?
The contest, nailing 22 on the first
Yeah.
guess.
Isn't that awesome? It's fun when that happens. That's a lot of fun. My favorite part of today's show would probably have to be our Johnny Manziel billboard sign in Tyler, Texas.
That is pretty funny. We're gonna have to put that up on your Facebook page.
Yeah, we'll need to do that. We'll put that on the definitely on the Gooney on Air page. We'll do that. Just search Gooney on Air. You'll want to see this billboard. It's just hilarious. It's funny stuff. And hey, it makes you laugh. Remember, if you're not laughing, you're not living.
You've got commodes, sinks, faucets, bathtubs, food disposals, pipes, hot tubs, swimming pools, water heaters, and they all need fixing on occasion. Who are you going to call? Gartman. That's right, Gartman. You usually think of Gartman when you have a problem with heating or cooling, but Gartman does plumbing too. Gartman, when you need a plumber or help with air conditioning and heating, 267-9000.
DQ, this is